Imagine a world where you can reverse the effects of age, stress, and sun. From the leading name in biotechnology comes Regenerate. Another breakthrough from the Umbrella Corporation. Regenerate's revolutionary T-cell formula actually brings dead cells back to life. Now, your youthful beauty can last forever. Always consult your doctor before starting treatment. Some side effects may occur.
Get ready for the next battle.
Hadouken! What the hell?
Flawless victory.
Resident Evil is perfect. Enough said. Alright, let's get serious. Now, I love Resident Evil because it is a game that really got me into horror in general, not just in video games, but like movies too. Dare I say, it's even the reason why I love Halloween, and why Halloween's one of my favorite holidays. The first time I was exposed to Resident Evil was back on the GameCube. I knew RE4 was out on the GameCube, but I played it on the Wii for obvious reasons, you know, up-resing, whatever. And I can never get past the part with the guy with the chainsaw. It always freaked me out too much, and I can never get past that part because I couldn't figure out what to do. It wasn't until years later I went into RE5 with my brother with the co-op mode, and we played it, and it was alright, but then I revisited 4 and I just fell in love with the series. It was absolutely incredible. So technically RE4 was my first Resident Evil, but RE5 was like the first one I made it all the way to the end with. It was funny though, because I remember when RE6 first came out, and I mean, me and my brother were so excited to play it, and we played, like 10 minutes of Leon's story, and we took it out, put it in the case, never touched it again. That was the worst Resident Evil we've ever touched. And for a while, like, my taste on the series was completely tainted. Like, I couldn't even look at a Resident Evil game. It wasn't until 7 was announced that we decided to give it another chance. And it met our expectations, that's for sure. Even if it wasn't titled Resident Evil, it still would have been a successful survival horror game. It was absolutely incredible. And the craziest part is it didn't even feature like any of the original characters. There was no Chris Redfield, no Leon Kennedy, no like Ada Wong, none of those guys. It was a new protagonist, Ethan Winters, and it was just amazing. It was like walking through one of those haunted houses at a theme park, and you know, you were scared. It was fun. It was just, Resident Evil was back. And from there on, I've stuck with the series since. Like, I know people have their opinions on the sequel to that game, Village, but Village I feel was very solid. A little too Resident Evil 4, but it did well. It did well for me. And then Resident Evil 2 Remake, which was incredible. We don't talk about 3. 3 Remake was just, we don't talk about it. Don't play it. But then with the most recent entry, 4 just took me back to, you know, where I started with the series, and I didn't think they could make a perfect game any better than it was, but they delivered, because that one I was worried about. But I knew the same team behind RE2 was behind RE4. It was in good hands, but it's hard to top the most perfect game, or not the most perfect game, but one of the best video games of all time, as it's known in the community. Yeah, on my Twitch, when I decided to start live streaming each mainline Resident Evil game and playing them on the hardest difficulty, that's when I started appreciating each and every one in its own like unique way, except for 3 Remake and 6 for obvious reasons. I mean, 3 Remake I could even find some good things, but 6 is awful. 6 almost killed the series, and that's not even an exaggeration. Ask Capcom. But no, playing through each one, I saw their strengths, their weaknesses, but why each one is so special, from the first one in the Spencer Mansion to, you know, the latest one that was in Village. It's just incredible how the series has evolved, devolved, and really changed the aspect of survival horror in games, being kind of the grandfather of all survival horror games.